Hi everybody. I'm going to show you another way of making maybe a banner and the buttons for the website. You obviously can use GIMP, you can use any other media you like, but this is just another option. And I'm going to use a free banner maker called Banner Fans, which you can see right here. And this is what I'm going to use. And this is what I actually did use for the ones I used for the course. So clicking into free banner, it brings up this. So basically this is what it looks like currently, but it's up to you to change all of that as and when you wish. You have custom sizes down here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my size in that I want. So I am going to custom size it. And the first thing I'm going to do is the banner, and I've decided that the banner is going to be 800 wide because I'm setting the website at 800 wide in the container. And I've decided to make it 110, and these are pixels high. So I can select a background mode if I want to. I can upload a colour fill, a gradient fill, which I am going to do, or I want to upload my own image. Again, you can do that too. So you can do any of these. Now, what I have found in the past is if you want to do an image as well as text, etc., etc., I really think you're far better off in GIMP doing this. And we do it with the same amount of ease really, but I'm just giving you another option, and that's all I'm doing. So down here I see the first and then the second colour. So you choose the colour brand that you're doing if you want to, and I'm going to go for the first colour. Again, these are the colours I actually want, to be honest with you, because I did this earlier on, but I'll go for a slightly darker blue, and I'll go for a slightly lighter blue this time. So I've got all these possibles in here. I can do it horizontally, and I can click on this, and if I want to see what it looks like, simply update the banner and just see what it looks like up there. Vertical, update it to see what it looks like, and you've got circle with an outside area, and again let's just try to update that one again, and it's still waiting for it to happen. Okay, but basically you choose one of these that you particularly want. So again, I'll just try the circle in here and see, update my banner. There it is. That's fairly nice actually, but I think I like this squarish one. So let's just try that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one and stick with it. So that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so along here now you've got all the other tabs that you can use. So I'm going to, once I've dealt with everything on this particular one, I can now go to text and fonts. So in the first line, the second line, third line, however many lines you want is what you put in. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to say website banner tutorial. Okay, and again, if I want to see what that looks like, I can update the banner, and you can actually see website banner tutorial. Okay, I've decided I don't want a second line of text, so I'm just going to simply get rid of all of that because I don't want it. I don't particularly like that particular font, so I'm going to change it to something else that I do like a bit, but I'm going to just try Black Chancery just to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's not bad actually, but I'm not a lover of the T, so I think I'll go back again. And again, the reason I do this is because people like to be able to read what they see easily and not have to guess what it might be. So let's see. Okay, don't particularly like too much there. Let's see what creative gives me. Wow, I think these are really way out there. Okay, way out there. Yeah, a little bit too much for me. So I might go to a little bit edgy. That might be too edgy. Let's see what handwritten gives me. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm going to try the Andrew script and update this to see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I kind of like that actually, but it's way too small and I want to move it. And again, I'm just getting my four-way arrow to move it more central. Okay, so it's way too small for me at the moment, so I'm going to go for 50 and see what that looks like. And again, you just move it back into place. I think we might even be able to go a little bit higher. So I might just try 60. And then just move it back. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that now. Am I happy with the white? It's not bad. It really isn't bad. But I just will try something else to see, does anything else fit better? I might go for a really deep red. That's not very readable there, so I possibly won't go with that. So I'll actually just come in here and go back maybe to a very deep blue and see what that looks like. Again, not very readable. I think I'm going to go back to a whitish colour. It's not pure white. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. It's not true white, but it's okay. You can rotate it if you want to look like this, but personally I prefer it the way it is. But again, you just experiment with that. So again, once you're happy with that, okay, you can actually save the banner as you are, or you can just keep going to shadow and effects. So I'm going to go there, and it's another line one I'm interested in, and I'm going to see, does a banner, a text outline maybe? I might just look at that. I might just go for something pretty limited. I'll update it. Yeah, see the way it gives it just that little bit more definition. I might just go for 3. Maybe that's just too much, but we'll see. No, in fact, it's quite nice. I like that. You could put a different colour on the outline. You could do, oh, what's that there? It's 3F, 3F, 3F. Must remember that because I kind of like that. If I went for that kind of colour, that's what I could. That's not even bad either. Depending on my colours would actually very much depend on what I would do here. I might just leave that for a change because it is kind of cool. And maybe I'm trying to get hold of kids to do this. So I'm happy enough with that. And again, you've got text opacity. Have a go with that. You can change the text colour. Have a go with the shadow colour. Do you know, you can have shadows. I've actually not asked for any shadow because I don't really want one, but please experiment with it. Border. Now this is the border right around the banner. I rather not put a border on, because then if I want to do anything with it, I might be doing it within the container as opposed to actually on the banner site itself. Format. And this is pretty straightforward. PNG, JPEG or GIF, and it's up to you. And I tend to stick with JPEG, and again, that's really what I do. I'm just going to update my banner for the final time. And once I've done that, I'm now going to come over here to download the banner. And it's downloaded, and that's gone off into my download area. So I'm going to go to my download area because, and again, I'll click on my downloads, just bring this out. And again, there it is there. Now I want to name it straight away because I want to make sure I know what it is basically. So I'm just going to right click on it. Hopefully it'll do it for me. Simply rename, and I'm just simply going to call it banner. Keeping it really, really simple, straightforward. Done. Okay, so that's my banner dealt with. Now I'm going to deal with the buttons. And I want the buttons to be of the same style and make as the banner because I think it sits well. So I'm going to go back to layout. I'm going to start new. Or will I leave that? Maybe I might leave it actually like that and just work with it. Now it's going to get pretty crazy, but I won't mind about that. I'm going to go for a custom size, and the custom size this time is for the banner, for the buttons, sorry, and they're going to be 150 by 35. Okay, I'm leaving all as is there. I'm leaving all as is there. I update my banner. You'll see it's going to be crazy. Please don't worry about it. All right, because we're going to deal with it all as we get there. That's fine. So I'm now going to go to text and fonts. Now this is where I will deal with this. And this is where I'll start pulling this down dramatically. And I'm going to go to size 20 to begin with and update it. Okay, so again, I'm just waiting for this to update. Okay, but what I would be doing in this instance, and there it is there, what I'd be doing in this instance with the text, okay, I'd be typing in here the longest word or words I'm actually going to go put on my buttons, all right? That's what I'll be doing here. And the longest one I've decided, because I've got them slightly different, but is course content. So I'm going to put in here course content. I know that is the longest thing that I want on a button. And remember, keep your buttons short, sweet and simple. No long words. I mean, it's better if you can try to contain it to one word. So I'm just going to update my banner now. So now I'm going to move that in near my area so I can still see it's way too big. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to try size 16 and update my banner. That's much better. So I'm going to pull that in there. But I actually think maybe that the actual shadow is a little bit too much for it. But anyway, I'm going to say I'm happy enough with that, and I've left it in the center. So I'm going to go to Shadow and Effects. I'm going to bring the text back to 1. All right, because I do not want it as heavy as that. All right, and update my banner again. That's much, much better. Much, much better. And again, I'll just pull that more central. And I think I'm kind of happy with that. All right, so that's fine. So go to border, and this time I am going to put a border on this because these are my buttons and I just want to make them stand out a little bit. I think I will go for solid. All right, so it's going to ask me what do I want, etc. And again, keeping in trueness with the colors I'm doing, I'm going to see can I find a darkish blue. So maybe that. I don't want black because black would be too heavy. 1 is plenty big enough. So I'll just say update, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's just about there, okay? And that's all I want. I just want a little bit. Again, if you want to experiment with giving it a little bit more, let's say we went to 2, maybe, and let's update that again. Yeah, I could live with 2 as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at 2. That's grand. And then format. So the format, again, stick with the same one. And again, download. And again, before I move on to the next one, I'll make sure I go to my download area. There it is there. Again, right click on it and rename it straight away. And this is course content. All right, that's fine. Now go straight back to layout. Sorry, need to go right back actually. Let's just cancel that. Sorry, back to text, because this is the only thing now we need to change. So the next piece of text that I want is home. And I'm going to say update my banner. And the only thing I have to worry about now is just moving it central. So decide whether you want it in the center or to the left. Make a decision and stick with it, all right? And then just move it around with your forward arrow to get it to where you want to go. Again, download my banner. Again, wait for it to download. Again, making sure I go over here and waiting for it to show up. There it is. Right click on it again, rename it, and this is home. Back here again, the next one is assessment and update. Yeah, and again, just move it into position. Lovely. Download. So you can see how very straightforward and how quick this is. Again, waiting for it to appear. There it is. But you do need to do these renames as you're doing them, otherwise you're going to have to open everything up. Assessment. Links. And there it is, moving it into position. Download. back to my download area. There it is already in. Right click, rename, links, and the final one is contact us. Update my banner, move it into position with your 4-way. Download the banner. Open it up, find it where it is, rename it, and I won't use uppercase, contact. And that, guys, is how I created the banner and the buttons for the website tutorial. And it's just an option. Don't have to use this way. It's an option if you want to give it a go. All right. Thanks for listening.